What's going on, Scorpio? My name is Vince. Welcome to 7D Tarot. If you are interested in scheduling your own personal reading with me, all the info you need is in the description box below. Check out my wife's channel over at Empath Tarot. And if this message resonates, like, share, and subscribe. All right, so I answer 3 questions at the end of each reading. If you would like your question featured, all you have to do is write it down in the comment section. I pinned the details there, but you write down your question with a short and sweet background. I will read the question and I will answer them for you. If your question does not get answered, just repost it next week. All right, so let's dive right in. 7 of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles, Knight of Wands, and the Page of Cups. I see here something that you've put a lot of time and energy into about the payout. This is something you're passionate about. And I see this happening very, very soon here. I see that you also have to take the lead, lead the dance almost, in order for this to happen, right? So right now you invested a lot of time and energy into something. What is this? Is this in your career? Is this into your work? Is this into somebody? Is this into really just you're building yourself up, growing in your spiritual journey? You're taking some time and you're investing it into something. Whatever you're doing, Spirit is giving it a heads up that it's going to work out. It's going to pay dividends. It's definitely something you should be pursuing, but you're planting a seed and watching your garden grow. So just because you haven't seen the fruits of your labor yet, does not mean your garden is not going to blossom. So just continue feeding whatever it is you're doing, continue going down that road. Now, the fact that you got the Page of Pentacles and the Page of Cups here, it lets me know that it's going to be something that you've always wanted, like something that your intuition, you're again filling your life's purpose, and it is something that's going to help pay dividends in the end as well. So whatever it is you're doing is going to help you in many different ways, not just in one aspect. So maybe it's like you invest a lot of time and energy into your work, and by putting all that time and energy into your work, maybe you'll get a promotion, your business will flourish, and because of that, you'll have more time to go meet somebody, and because of that, you'll find love or romance from that department as well, or something along those lines, right? It's just, it goes hand in hand with not only bringing in wealth, but bringing in something that's going to help, fulfill your passionate part of life as well. Now, Spirit is telling you, this is the big one, Knight of Wands, you have to march to the beat of your own drum in order for this to happen, right? You kind of got to lead the dance here. So if you've been waiting around for this to happen, time now to take more on a spiritual approach, right? So for example, say if I wanted to improve my business, right? And say like what I did is, I went there and I'm like, you know what? I am going to do a new marketing technique, a tactic. I'm going to do this. And I'm also going to do some renovations to my retail shop, make it look better. Or if you have an online business, you're like, I'm going to do some SEO, whatever the case is, right? Or even if you just want to get a job, you're like, I'm going to hand in a resume. Great. Now, we did that portion, right? You planted the seed, your garden's going to grow. Now, why wait? That's the beautiful part. Why wait for anything? You can have it now. This is, like we have to, unlike your metabolism, like when you make a change in your diet, we have to wait to see a change, right? It usually takes 1 to 6 weeks to see like some major changes happen, probably in the 6-week mark when it's a very noticeable change. But energy is as fast as lightning. It's like electricity. Boom, it can get cleared. As soon as you have an aha moment, or as soon as you really use the law of attraction, you're setting things in motion immediately. And just like the placebo effect, how people can manipulate their metabolism to cure illnesses, right? A third of the clinical studies, when they do R&D, these big companies, these pharma companies, a third of their clinical studies has to get thrown in the garbage. That means billions of dollars a year gets dismissed because they still to this day cannot explain how a human manipulates their genes, really their metabolism, to be able to cure diseases. They don't know what that is. Law of attraction, assuming it. They give them a sugar pill, placebo effect. The person takes it. This sugar pill, which they don't get told that, but this pill will cure your diabetes, for example. This is real stuff. Google this, right? How diabetes is cured with just placebo effect. They'll take a sugar pill. Oh yeah, it cures diabetes. Great. Oh look, yeah, I could already feel my diabetes getting better. Diabetes is gone. Why? Law of attraction, law of assumption. This is real stuff. It's not hocus pocus, right? Science has proven they can measure your magnetic energy. Quantum physics, guys, real stuff. So right now, we already took the action steps. We planted some seeds to get results. What are we waiting for? Let's make this happen. How do we make this happen? Visualize whatever it is you're doing taking place already happened, right? So example, say if you told yourself, okay, I am going to, invest in my body. I've been going to the gym and that's what I planted some seeds and, I've changed my life around. It's a new year, blah, 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 and I'm just going to feel fresh. So visualize yourself rather than like looking at yourself every single day, weighing yourself, visualize yourself with those six-pack abs. Visualize yourself with the clothes fitting you like a mannequin. Visualize how you look. Visualize this. Don't be afraid to do this. Don't be humble. Don't be hard on yourself. Don't dismiss this. Do this right now. Visualize how sexy you look, how good you feel, how young you feel. Get that energy flowing. Then what did you just do right now? You just told Spirit, I know what I'm going to look like. That is exactly what I want. I want to look like a superhero, for example. Whatever. Visualize whatever you want to look like, right? And then what does Spirit do? Spirit goes, thank you, Scorpio. I cannot thank you anymore. You did your part. As long as you do your part, which is tell Spirit, this is what I expect, not what I want. I hope. None of that, right? You don't want that scarcity mindset. Want, hope, need. We've been programmed, conditioned to think that's how you gotta live your life. That is the worst thing in the world. That's wobbly energy. What you want is, this is what I assume, I expect, with love, always with love, right? Spirit, I assume these abs are coming because I can see it. Boom, there you are. Now, right now, I also see there is some sort of download or message coming from your guides that is about you walking away from something. So they're going to come to you and they're going to tell you something, that it is time for you to walk away from something. So expect this message. And whatever this message is, they're telling you to walk away from, this is something that you also had an inclination you should have been doing. So maybe you'll get a download to, hey, maybe quit this habit, quit this mind state, maybe, change jobs. Whatever this is, expect a download to come to your way. And I also see you kind of changing course from your current life's environment and conditions. Maybe you're going to be moving houses, or maybe you're going to be switching jobs, but I see a pivot taking place very, very soon for you. And this pivot should be welcome. Do not go against this energy. Welcome this energy into your life. Very, very important, because this pivot is something that is like a breath of fresh air, right? This is something that's going to help improve your life. And it's almost like opening up the windows and letting in that air into your life. Welcome this, embrace this, love this. This is something you want. Change is scary, but only to our ego, right? Change is actually something beautiful. We love change, but our ego is absolutely afraid of change because its job is to try to protect you both physically and emotionally. It does not want you getting hurt. That's why it's like, don't climb that tree. You'll be scared. Don't climb the tree. You'll fall, right? It's actually trying to protect you. But the same ego, unfortunately, tells you, don't start that business. Don't date that person. Don't do anything. It's the exact same ego. You have to be aware of this. So when the ego shows up and says, change is bad, don't change your job because I am uncertain of the future, you have to be able to be like, listen, ego, you're not the one going to work every day, dealing in a hostile environment and barely getting paid what you should. Go sit down. You know what I'm saying? With love. Go sit down. Look, go sit down, child. You're okay. With love. Now, 4 of Pentacles, 7 of Wands, 3 of Pentacles, and Justice. A third party here is going to be coming up to you and they're going to present an opportunity to you. So this is very, very important. Who is this third party? I see them coming into your life and having some sort of financial advice, or they're going to tell you that, something that they did work for them, and they're going to ask you whether you'd like to join them on this ride. This energy that I'm picking up requires you to first and foremost let go of the old way of thinking in order for this to happen. And by old way of thinking, I mean non-productive way. I see that there was a trust issue before in the past with you and someone. I see someone lied to you, or they disappointed you, or something that you tried to do with them did not pay out. Therefore, your guard is up. And I also feel like right now you are very it's hard to gain your trust, basically. And because of that, it's good and it's bad. It's bad because we are resisting a lot of energy that we could be using to our benefit. And we kind of got to put down the, almost like when someone hurts us, obviously we want to learn that lesson, but we don't want to let that, really persuade us and control our life. You want to be able to determine whether or not the new person that is approaching you with this idea you can trust them, is dependable. And you have to really start off with a blank slate. You can't have any sort of preconceived notions, right? You want to use the experiences in the past, but you don't want them to kind of persuade you otherwise, influence you is the word I'm looking for. So just this law of attraction, like attracts like. Whenever someone approaches me with anything, I listen with open ears. I listen, I don't believe everything they say, not because I think they're malicious or what they may have a hidden agenda, which they may or may not, but because they're human. So what do? Is say if this third party comes up to me and says, Vince, you should invest in this. I'll be like, great, tell me why. Great, thank you. Now I'm gonna go do some due diligence. I'm gonna do some market research. I will get back to you. I sleep good at night and I get the results I'm looking for. And that's the energy, Scorpio, I feel for you. Do the due diligence. Let Spirit bring you this opportunity and just let abundance in. All right, Scorpio, I hope you enjoyed your reading. Remember, if you want your question answered, write it down in the comment section. I love you. Until next time, ciao.